Hey friends, it's Lauren. Thanks for joining me in my craft room today. I have a bit of a quicker video today. I did not get a chance to make a Halloween video in April, as you heard many times in my videos. It was a very busy month, so I thought I'd combine my first Friday, or Fandom Friday for May, with some Halloween fun by using the Ghoul Squad stamp set from Kindred Stamps. At the time of doing this recording, it is sold out, but you can add it to your wish list. Maybe it'll come back in stock, especially if, when Halloween comes back around, maybe Kindred will bring it back. But I did link it down below in case you want to add it to your wish list. I'm also going to be using the April, late on this too, the April Show Us Your Sheet Load sketch from Call Me Crafty-Owl. I'll have her original video linked down below where you can learn more about Show Us Your Sheet Load and get the April sketch. I am going to tweak it just a little bit, as I tend to do, just to make it, a little more personalized and to fit what my vision is for my card. I'm just making one, although the sheet load does give you directions for 12 cards. I am just doing one. So I've trimmed everything down to fit what she calls out on the card sketch. I did not do a piece of solid cardstock behind this strip of yellow pattern paper. Well, it's not really patterned, it's just yellow, but it's from a pattern paper pack. It's the Spooky Pattern Collection from scrapbook.com. And I decided to use my sentiment on this strip. I'm using Nocturne VersaFine Clair, and I have You Make Halloween Not So Scary because I did stamp and color this adorable little dog dressed as another little dog ghost. And it really is a cutie pie image and not a scary image, so I thought this sentiment just fit really well. And I'm following the sketch in pretty much how I'm assembling this card. So again, you can get all those details. I'm not going to talk about the dimensions or how this card layout is because I want you to go check out Call Me Crafty Owl's channel. So I originally the sketch, this gingham orange paper that I have, is supposed to be a tag, but I didn't really want to make it a tag. I thought it would be a good way to use one of my Crop-A-Diles that I have, a corner chomper, but I wanted my tag to look a little more even from top to bottom, left to right than the original sketch. So I'm going to trim my cardstock down just a bit. So I did trim the height of this piece 1.25 inches. So that would be 3/8 of an inch. I trimmed off 3/8 of an inch from that piece. And I'm grabbing my corner chomper. This is the Stub and Scallop one. I'm not sure if We Are Makers is making this anymore. I got it on a deal from scrapbook.com and it's now out of stock on their website. So but I just thought it'd be fun to use this corner chomper, something that I haven't used yet, and it will give it a tag look without it being necessarily a tag. So I'm going to follow the layout pretty much to a T except for those minor tweaks. So I'm going to adhere this tag to the right side of the card, just like the sketch. And I'll go ahead and place that so it looks even with the skeleton pattern paper that I already applied to my black cardstock card front. It's A2 in size. And then I'm going to attach my sentiment strip. I went back and forth if I wanted to pop it up, but I thought I would keep my sentiment kind of flat. However, I do have like a step in paper, right? I have the skeleton pattern paper and then the gingham pattern paper. So I have these little extra, pretty much 1 inch by 1 inch square pieces of pattern paper that match the strip that I'm using. I usually keep all my scraps from pattern paper. I have a problem. So I glued those to the back where it's going to overlap with the skeleton. So it actually sits really flush because the thickness is now the same across all of that 1 inch strip of yellow cardstock. But of course, I love dimension. I went back and forth on adding dimension behind my character here. As you can see, I play with it a lot and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to pop it up. I love using foam adhesive. But if you don't like popping up your images, this is a great sketch because I could have just glued this character right to that gingham tag and called it a day. It would have been flat, easy to mail, but I love dimension. So I'm going to add foam adhesive along the back side of this cute little character. I removed all of the release paper from the back of the foam adhesive and I'm popping him up right onto that gingham tag I created. My card just felt like it was missing a little something. I thought about getting out some pops of color, but I'm trying to use more of my embellishment stash. So I grabbed the Gone Batty embellishment mix from Twiddler's Nook, and I'm going to glue down 5 little bats just across the top of that black and white skeleton pattern paper, just to give a little more interest and to fill in that space a bit. I have my A2 card base, and I'm going to go ahead and grab my super sturdy adhesive, apply adhesive to the front of my card base because I did just glue down those bats and I didn't want to risk flipping it over and moving them. So I glued or adhered down my card front to my card base. I have a white gel pen and I'm just going to add some highlight details to my character, particularly the little jack-o'-lantern nose around or on his tongue, and then like different areas around his face, including the little cheeks. Once I'm happy with how much highlight I have, I didn't really do anything on the costume because it's already pretty much white. That's going to finish off this really quick and simple Halloween fandom card. Just thank you so much for joining me today. I'm hoping to bring you more inspiration in May. I do have to travel a little bit in May, but I am really excited for what this month is going to bring. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll click like, and if you're new here, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. As always, you can find everything I use down below in the description box. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye!